Hi guys, it's Simon here. I realised when I first did a video on this particular lady, I got quite a bit of negative backlash, including one very nasty comment on that video. But you know what? I'm going to stick true to my guns on what I think should be posted on the channel. And so I've decided to incorporate a new thing amongst the reactions and rambles called the Hump Day Hopkins Rehash. It's essentially Wednesday down in Australia, so I figured why not wind back and take a look at some of Miss Katie Hopkins's tweets from her timeline and see whether I agree or I don't agree. Now, I usually have a lot to talk about on this matter. Usually, if it's put in a funny way, I'll give a little snicker. Not if it's too nasty. If it's too nasty, I'll be, really? Did you have to post that? I'm already in kind of a pissy mood with her already after what happened with Kelly Clarkson. I mean, Katie Hopkins is can be funny and can be mixed, but I've kind of been more connected with Kelly's music for longer, so the minute someone goes after one of the true American Idols, I'm like, do not do that. You will get me angry. You do not like me angry. Okay, so I'm going to go through these tweets and pick out my favourite ones on the timeline so far. Okay. This one I think was quite good. Earlier today I read that Simon Cowell was not happy with rumours that Katie Hopkins could be joining the panel for Britain's Got Talent and said a whole manner of nasty things, which I'll probably go into in another video, about how talking like that is generally not okay, no matter how bad the person is. But she said this in response. This is from Katie Hopkins's mouth, not mine. Simon Cowell is not excited about having me around for @BGT. I was thinking of a news show, LGBT. I think he'd be just perfect. Slay, slay, slay. Thank you. Okay. There's this one with her new column in Now magazine. Now, I live in Australia, so I can't get a hold of these, so I just have to read them online, or if someone from Team Hopkins is happy enough to post them, I generally read them there. But even so, the edges are kind of not included in, so I have to think what words would be there. And this one posts from Now magazine, and it says, read why Katie Hopkins thinks we should all stop apologising so much and embrace our inner Hopkins, only in her new Now column this week. Now, I admit it, I'm one of those people that, says something that may not be nice, but then I apologise a minute or so afterwards. And that's just my nature. I can't be a nasty person without having to apologise, unless it's a serious matter, in which case I will not apologise because I stick true to my guns, and maybe I could get a little bit better at that, depending. I like this one with, this next one isn't exactly Katie Hopkins one, but she's retweeted it. It's Liz Kiernan. I hate having to pronounce names because I'm worried I'm getting it wrong. Says, I think that Katie Hopkins would be a fantastic guest on At the Last Leg. Somebody make this happen at Adam Hill's Comedy. Now, I love this idea, but I'm slightly worried about it because Adam literally laid into Katie Hopkins on his Last Leg show. Now, I admit that he did bring her horrible matters up, which could have been brought up with the Dick of the Year award. And to be fair, she is potentially a candidate to go in. No, actually, she is a candidate to go in. I mean, I'm not going to have my head shoved so far up someone's rear end that I don't see the negative stuff that goes on. Anyway, moving on from that, I still think it's, in Adam Hill's head said that he was trying to decide whether her actions were worse than Rolf Harris's. Honestly, I think Rolf Harris should have been the sole recipient of that Dick of the Year award. Katie Hopkins has been honest to people's faces. Rolf Harris essentially deceived the public for such a long time that lie stung very, very badly. Anyway, moving on from this. Her special award for Road Sign of the Week went to this sign. The iPhone is shining its light too high. Can you see it? Good. Okay, this says, Alex Chinex for Vaxhill Motors. Vauxhall. I don't know. Vauxhall Motors. Pick yourself up and pull yourself together until Wednesday, the 25th of January, 2015. That's essentially why I have every right to go crazy today. Ah, dear. There's this one, where she talks about her cyberbully, Denise Welch. I'm getting worried about Denise Welch. I've never met the old bat and have no wish to, but I heard she had a bit of a thing about me in the celebrity Big Brother house, and since the announcement of my new column, she's bombarded now with tweets demanding a response. Here's your response, Welch. You need a hobby. I understand on Celebrity Big Brother she got drunk and got her saggy boobs out for all to see. I'm just hoping she doesn't stage a topless protest outside the Now offices. That would be tragic. Oh god, when I read that, I was laughing my head off, like, oh dear. Let's see if there's any new ones. There's this one that's actually, you know, can be quite controversial, but this is what she has said on the NHS stuff regarding health payments. You need a boob reduction? You pay for it. Cancer sufferers still do not have access to the medication they need. Hashtag priorities, hashtag NHS 2 billion. I think 2 billion's like they're fun, but I kind of agree in a way. I'm not with the fact of people having to pay. I may, but, you know, I need a time to sit down and work that out properly. But I do feel as though serious issues need to come above petty things like plastic surgery, unless the plastic surgery is needed for emergency reasons only, like, for example, like you've burned 90% of your face or something like that. If it's something like a boob reduction and you're standing in front of someone who's suffering cancer and could potentially go at any point, and you don't feel inclined to move your positions around, honestly, you're just a horrible human being. There's no other way of saying it. Okay. There's this one. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be right to say, but if someone can explain this one to me properly, maybe I'll get it a bit better. Okay. Rachel Reeves, I think I may understand this, but, you know, it's like 9:50 in the evening and Winter's playing downstairs, so I really need to get my head on straight. But anyway. Rachel Reeves wants to sort bedroom tax before leaving for maternity leave. She is sorting hers by sticking a new baby in the spare room, which I think's funny, but honestly, I'm not particularly sure whether or not to laugh at that. So if someone knows exactly what that's referring to, pop something in the comment section below and I'll be happy to check it out. Okay. I'm just browsing down quickly. She left a message for people that were involved in her fat reduction club, which was formed during her TLC My Fat Story documentary. I'm still waiting for that to air down here, particularly on Gem or Go, because Channel 9's the only network that's actually touching her at the moment for mornings. Okay. Something's got to come up soon. Oh, this one. Oh, God. This one's either... This is probably the best comeback. Stan Collymore tweeted a long while ago, I'd buy Katie Hopkins' silence, and Katie responded, alternatively, Stan, you could kick me in the head until I couldn't talk. I am a woman after all. Now, I'm taking this to mean that this Stan guy has been involved in some domestic abuse cases over the years. Not things, cases. Where's my head at? Anyway, nice response by Katie, showing him up to be the asshole he is. And then some people reacted harshly and then, like, photoshopped something onto that tweet that painted Katie in a bad light. She reported that to the police, and I'm not sure what's been done to it with this particular matter. She said it was Stan trying to extract revenge, but if some reason Stan has access to your Twitter username and password, you kind of need to reevaluate things. Don't ever give that out. Unless he's some kind of hacker, in which case my YouTube channel is doomed. Okay, I could potentially spend all night going through these. Just three more. This one. Nice of Kelly O to make such an effort for Oscars tonight. And this one's been going around quite a lot. It's a picture of a pink, I think it's a pink dwarfish creature with purple hair and pink fluffs on her shoulders. I like the colour purple. But Kelly Osbourne literally responded pretty nastily, saying no one gave an F about Katie Hopkins anymore. I think her fans pretty much still give that crap. And I think that's around her 493,042 followers that still give. But still, Kelly Osbourne gives it a lot on Fashion Police. So it should be the type of thing of dishing it out but having to take it. Because if you can't take it and you act kind of negatively, and you can't take people's critique or negative stuff on the chin, then you shouldn't essentially be taking the mickey out of other people. Like I say, besides, I don't like Fashion Police much. I really don't like it when people critique fashion and make people out to be absolute idiots for wearing bad clothing, or just lay into them completely. I just find that far too mean. And because I went in to check her followers, I now lost the other two tweets that I was going to check. And these ones particularly pertain to people involved in my profession, which is vlogging. Here we go. As soon as we get down, we're nearly there. Here we are. Vloggers believe life to be a curious melange of Bobby Brown, and the school counsellor's office. Lots of oversharing and a coral nectar lip gloss. I only share reactions, but okay. There's not much chance that much of that's going around. Oh, got hair in my mouth. Okay, there's one more that I still need to find. This one. You say, I'm an actor, I'm a student, I'm a blogger, I'm a campaigner, I'm an activist. I hear, I'm unemployed. She's right, I am unemployed. It happens. Just happens sometimes. Never mind. Look, I live my life trying not to please anyone. Because if you please other people and just ignore what you want to do, you essentially lose yourself. But it's good that she's actually making these tweets directed now at vloggers in a way that now I can actually, now this is kind of going to venture into that personal area, is that whenever I do see negative comments, it makes me very upset. With looking at Katie Hopkins' comments now, I can kind of, and I usually do give a snicker to funny ones, but I can laugh at that one and it can help me like grow a stronger backbone when dealing with criticism. So that's kind of like a starter off for me. So, in a weird way, those tweets could potentially help. If people can understand what that means, and probably a lot won't. But, never mind. That was pretty much the end of my Hump Day Hopkins rehash for this week. But I'm quite sure she's going to tweet quite a lot in the coming days. So I'm quite sure there'll be more tweets for me to analyse next Wednesday. So, I'm now going to head off downstairs, watch the rest of winter, then hopefully go to bed and get a good night's sleep. Anyway, I will see you guys later, so there's nothing else left to say other than bye guys, see ya.